Hi, my name is Steve Engel, and I'm the academic coach with Visual and Performing Arts. And Mrs. Walker asked me to do the tenor saxophone audition material video for her great YouTube channel. I'm so proud of her and the great work she does with this YouTube channel, and so I'm happy to help out. Here's the audition material for the Blue Book, the Symphonic Honor Orchestra tenor saxophone. And we'll start off with the audition scale, which is the chromatic scale. And for the low C that you have at the very beginning, I would recommend having a nice low open jaw feeling, so a nice open feeling, and that'll help make that first note speak a little bit more easily. Here's the audition scale. So if you're not familiar with the chromatic warm-ups in the back of the purple book, I would recommend using those to kind of help you in the process of learning your chromatic scale. By the way, I would also recommend when you're playing your chromatic scale on saxophone, you want to play the A sharp as 2 fingers plus the bottom side key. There's lots of different choices for that note for fingerings, and I would recommend that fingering, 2 fingers plus the bottom side key. Let's go ahead and move on to the songs in the Honor Orchestra, the Symphonic Honor Orchestra, and we'll start we'll continue next with Thunderblade. And you have F sharp in your key signature, and there is some F sharps in the audition spot, so you want to make sure and get those. And watch this rhythm. Here we go with Thunderblade. Thunderblade, and we'll continue on with Fiesta in Bahia. I'm going to play the eighth notes a little bit separated, a little bit of space between the notes, and when we get to rehearsals, we'll figure out how we're going to play that all together and match each other with the style. In your music, you have F sharp and C sharp in your key signature, and of course you have all those slurs in the second line of the audition spot, so make sure you're catching the slurs, and that'll boost up your audition score for articulation for this piece. Here's Fiesta in Bahia. And we'll continue with Malagueña. Audition spot starts at measure 25, and it's in the slower tempo, and then at measure 31 you see where it says ah tempo. That goes into the faster tempo, so ah tempo means back to the original tempo. And you have F sharp in your key signature. There's not actually any F sharps in the audition material, or looks like in the song at all, but there's lots of D sharps, so make sure you get those D sharps. Here's Malagueña. Your audition score will get boosted a little bit if you do those accents at measure 31 on the downbeat of 1 of each measure. That'll help your articulation score, so giving those notes, those first notes of each measure, a little bit of emphasis. And we'll continue with Simple Gifts in your key signature. Sorry about this, but you've got F sharp, C sharp, G sharp, and D sharp. There are a couple D sharps in the song, so you have to make sure and get those, but fortunately there's none in the audition spot. Let me show you something with the audition material here with a fingering choice you might not be aware of. At measure 33, you've got a G sharp in the middle of the measure. When you start that measure, you can have your G sharp key down even when you're playing that low E and the low F sharp, and that'll make it a little bit easier to play that one measure by leaving your G sharp key down throughout that entire measure. If you're not sure about what that means, just ask your music teacher, or you can talk to me. I'd be happy to help you out. Here's simple gifts. So again, you can leave that G sharp key down. So I don't know if you can see it in the video, but I'm leaving the key down. Just makes it a little bit easier to play through those notes without having to worry about that finger. We'll continue on with Star Wars. Easy key signature for this, no sharps and no flats. You're probably used to playing F sharps by now, so make sure that when you get to measure 22, you're playing an F natural with your first finger. I think a lot of you know how the song sounds, and so you'll notice if that note sounds wrong. But here we go with Star Wars. That's the audition material for the Blue Book for Symphonic Honor Orchestra. I hope to see you at auditions, and if this video has been helpful for you, I sure hope that you'll say hello to me when you get to auditions. Look forward to seeing you there.